Welcome to episode 399 of the Upper Bowl podcast. We have a hell of a show for you. We have our favorite Canadian on the show, Joe Manuele. He will be joining us live on the show, and maybe the first time in our lifetime. He will be joining us. We will be talking about the NHL playoffs, the lottery. Is it rigged or is it not? We have a manager firing. I think we talked about it last week and not. I think we probably did. We have the Cubs are on fire. The Phillies are on a hot streak since they took three out of four for the Miami Marlins, and so much more. Duncan, Dad, how are you doing? And did you watch any? What playoffs have you watched this weekend? Did you watch the NBA or the NHL more? Anyways, let's be honest here.
To be honest, I watched the NHL. I didn't watch the NBA. There was only one evening. I watched a little bit of the Game 7 with the Sixers and the Celtics, but that's because I was hanging out with my cousin.
There you go. Is it? I gotta ask. Is it a disgrace? I did not watch Game 7 between Celtics Sixers because I went to watch the Flyer game. By the way,
no, Flyers take precedent.
I said that
even getting their butt kicked, they take precedent.
Yes. So I had everybody going, like, you're not watching Game 7. What are you? If not Philly sports, I was like, I root for two teams. I root for the Eagles. I root for the Flyers out of Philadelphia. Everybody knows who else I root for, anyways. I don't care for basketball. It's like, you're not true sports fans. It's a Game 7. I was like, I don't care. I want to watch the Flyers. They're in the second round playoffs anyway. So you are
a joke.
A joke of a person if you think I'm going to watch a Game 7 between the Celtics and the Sixers anyway. So get out anyways.
If you know our basketball standing, you know exactly that's right on track.
Yeah, we like the college game more anyways. We think the college game is more superior brand anyways. We'll break down the NBA lottery where we want some of these kids to go to anyways. We do have some NBA news for you, so we'll talk about that later anyways.
We do.
We have a lot of hirings and firings, by the way. But we will talk about this. I got to play this. Fucking Flyers, they beat the Penguins in 6. How about that? Since we last had a show, we were previewing Game 6 of the Flyers and the Penguins. In overtime, Cam York is your game winner, and he threw his stick into the crowd, almost taking someone's heart out or impaling them with a nice carbon stick to a fan. Anyways, it was bonkers in Philadelphia. It was bonkers here. I had a blast. I may have woken up a few of my neighbors, but I didn't care anyways. The Flyers beat the Penguins in 6 games. They won a home playoff series for the first time since Trevor was a freshman year in college, by the way. Do you know how long that was, by the way?
How long ago?
Not 4. A long time ago, anyways. At least 14 years, baby.
Or 14 years ago in the year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord 2011, 12, anyways. So I went to I had my own little dance. You would have laughed at me, Duncan, Dad, but it was hilarious. I'll say that for sure. But I will say
it's like Carlton. So the Carlton's like the Trevor.
I was doing, like, I like to say I was probably doing the Jeremy Roenick slam dancing anyways, just doing nice. Like this and that. That's going to get clipped anyway. So I was doing that anyways for Cam York, who's, I like to say, found out he's American. So I was like, all right, sweet. Anyways, and him throwing the stick into the crowd. I don't mind. I like the idea of it. Just, can we not get any lawsuits in this anyways? Can we say that for sure, Duncan, Dad?
Yeah, they were good. They two fans that caught it, got it, hit it, whatever. They exchanged pleasantries. The old gentleman kept it, went over to the practice facility, gave Cam back the stick. He got some swag. Cam was like, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to frame it. Just to show you how big of a deal it is here in Philadelphia for them to win a series like that. Overtime goals, they're always humongous, big, large. Right, Bob?
That is correct about
so
that.
Humongous, big. But
I haven't touched that one in a minute, by the way.
But no, it was good. It was good for Flyer fans. And then, of course, the daunting task of taking on Carolina was on the horizon. But for a brief moment in time, everybody celebrated. Everybody was wearing orange. Ignite the orange.
Do you like it? Do you like the slogan "Ignite the Orange"? I like it.
It's original. It's original.
It brings it back. I was like, hey, we're reigniting the Flyer fan base almost.
Yeah, like, it's there. It's sort of like, when you get the kindling going and the flames are starting to go out, you need to put that little bit on there. Yeah,
it's all about that orange right there anyway. So
that's your orange.
That's the orange right there. That's what I think Rick Tocchet and one of his videos. I've been doing like the Rick Tocchets, like the Flyers TV, been going back to watching them all. So I just need something to watch. I was watching those. So like, he's like, it's all about this, the crest. It's all that matters, Not the name on the back, the crest up front anyway. So right. Shout out to Rick Tocchet, shout out to Tom Reardon, shout out to the whole coaching staff. Man, I did not expect this. As you know this, I'd expect like this. It's a fun bad hockey team. I said that in the beginning of the year.
There you go.
I didn't expect much. I like, all right, let's go win some games, have some fun. Let the young kids play. My lord, that was fun. That was Duncan. I've been watching a lot of these games alone. By the way,
okay.
I've given the Merrill Reese treatment. By the way,
all right.
You know what that means, is right?
Please explain to the audience the Merrill Reese
treatment. If you're new to this, all right, the Merrill Reese treatment is you mute the TV, you let Merrill might give you the picture for you.
That's right.
I have done it. I've done it to Tom's. I've put it on Tim Saunders and Todd Fedoric, and I've put an intermission with Brian Smith and also Jason Martinez, giving me the picture for everything during overtime and everything. So I've had them a little loud, the TV muted and stuff. Because in my little spot, I have a little balcony or like an opening and stuff, so you can hear stuff anyway. So
there you go.
I had Timmy Saunders. It was almost synced up perfectly, by the way. Almost synced up perfectly. Let's just say this. The goal came and I saw it was literally it was almost in sync. I had heard the goal, then it showed on the screen. Like, oh my God. I was like this the whole time. So that was just a blast, I'll say. It was a 0-0 game. Slovas, whatever this Penguins goalie is, who was under Rick Tocchet in Vancouver. I'm just so happy to beat the Penguins. I'm not saying the Penguins era is over. I don't know what the plan is. We will talk about that later in the offseason as we do go on to the offseason for the NHL once July hits and everything. But some people saying the reign of terror is over. It's like, I'm not saying that yet, but to me, the Penguins are eliminated. I am very happy. So, Pony Boy, Andrew Filipponi, where you at? Where are you at? When you got to talk about the Steelers and the Pirates now. So you can't be talking about playoff hockey anymore. So I'm very happy since Pittsburgh is gone, eliminated. I'm just enjoying life right now to the fullest, and I know you are too. As you're not, I know you're not a Flyer fan, but it's good for the city. As I would always say, when Knicks are good, it's good for the city.
It's good for the city. There's a lot of there could have been a huge drop off between the end of the football season and FIFA World Cup starting, and this is kind of keeping everybody locked into that sports zone at the moment. Sixers doing okay. Phillies make a rebound. We'll talk about them later. Obviously, having Flyers hockey, going, even if it goes on another week and a half, it keeps that juice up of like, okay, the sports fan is here, the sports fan is here, the sports fan is here, and it's going to lead into this crescendo, and it's going to be good. It's going to be bad.
Sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be shit, but I'll take it. It's good. It's good for me because there's stuff. It's also good for the podcast, by the way.
It's really great for the podcast.
It's good for the podcast. We get to talk Flyers. We've given you a lot of Flyer talk, especially before Duncan Dad was here. I always mention, hey, we got to talk Flyers. Some people didn't like it when we had to, but it's like, hey, we have to. There's a hockey fan base that's being shunned by the local radio hosts right now, so we will bring it to you, by the way.
Should we, before we get into the second round of the playoffs, what, I guess, from your perspective, because you are the local Flyer authority here, what's your expectation of this team going forward? Like, so when this run wraps up, what are you looking for?
I want, after this run, it's like, all right, there's promise. Them winning a playoff round is huge, because I think I asked this to Anthony Sanfilippo and Chris Terrian and Russ Joy on the Snow, the goalie. Where are we at now as a destination, by the way? Because I think that's really important. Because the cap's going up. People are going to get paid, by the way.
Yep.
Where does that lead us as the Philadelphia Flyers? Are we a destination for some players who are unhappy right now? Like, for example, I'm going to tease this right now. Austin Matthews does not know what the fuck the Maple Leafs are going to do. Does he want to come down to Philadelphia and play for the orange and black? Connor McDavid is not happy right now with the Edmonton Oilers. Does he want to come to the Philadelphia Flyers and play it for the Flyer brand, since there's a young team being assembled?
Right. And that's really the question, right? Is that, is there enough promise there for these guys to go and lend their skills and their talents to push them over the edge? Or do you go to some place that doesn't have a humongous state tax?
Yeah.
State sales tax, because lots of talk in the Florida area by the Panthers and or the Lightning, like acquiring McDavid. McDavid's are like, hey man, like I'm good to go if you guys want me. Just open up the checkbook. I'm out of here. And I think that really does play into your point. This cap is going up. So number one, like, where am I going to get paid? But also where do I actually have a chance to
sustainable win. That's what
right, sustainable win, not just show up and get like there's a lot of guys in the NFL, they make the moves to these states that have no taxes, and it's like you're not going there to win, you're just going there to get paid.
Yeah. Like any Miami Dolphins free agent since 2003 or 4.
Right.
Gone there to get paid anyways. Think about it. Doesn't matter if it's Joey Porter or not anyways.
That's right. Absolutely.
So I always go by that. I think the Flyers are now a destination. I think when you look at the Northeast corridor, you pretty much live in Jersey. The taxes are not terrible in Philadelphia if you live in Philly. So you're better off just give me a house in Jersey near the practice facility. We'll be good to go anyways. I'm really intrigued. Plus, you have a coach that's likable by a lot of the coaches, all the player circles. By the way, think about it. If you had John Tortorella in here, no one wants to come here.
No, hey, but speak the Golden Knights.
I know we will get to a lot of this. Who knew, anyways? But this is truly a grand old time of the playoffs. By the way, I think this is really good for the Flyers. I just want them to get to 7 games against Carolina as we preview the series briefly. They got screwed, by the way. I'm gonna tell you that for sure. After they won, they didn't find out till 1:30 in the morning on Friday morning. Like, hey, go play in Carolina. We need you to start the series up because since the Wild and Stars couldn't get to 7, or the Ducks and the Oilers could get to 7 games anyway. So we have to put you guys on Friday night, anyways, on Saturday night, which I'm not mad about. I will say this: the ratings are up. And I've said this to everybody. The TV ratings are up is good for the NHL because the Flyers are in the playoffs. Like in the old days, the 90s and early aughts and 2000s and everything in the 80s and stuff, TV ratings matter. When the Flyers are good or entertaining, they're on the resurgence. This is really good for the NHL. It's like it's not like Toronto, but Philly. The Philly people watching, there's Flyer fans everywhere.
Yeah, there's a certain fan base when you go around this country that's specific to sport, right? So like when the Flyers are good, hockey, you have this anchored viewership built in.
Oh yeah.
Right. You're going to get the 3-4 million viewership, just people watching. You know what I mean? Like they're there. Same way we talk about when the Cowboys are good, or when Notre Dame is good, or when
Miami Hurricanes.
When the Hurricanes are good.
The Hurricanes are good.
Like,
Miami Hurricanes.
Let them be good. Good for the brand, good for the business. And that drives numbers. And then also when you have a like you said, a good, bad team, fun to watch, young, dumb, and don't really know any better.
Yep.
Yeah.
With
enjoyable.
A former Flyer coaching them too. It makes it comes full circle because you have the 80s represented and the 90s because you have Flyer fans from the 80s who were loved Rick Tock and also he was the captain of the early 90s.
I mean, that whole front office.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, you have every decade of Flyers of anyone's 80s.
You really have to give them credit.
We are. We
for doing what they did. I mean, they went inside but outside of the system. They cleaned up a mess, and they've gotten successful, I think, a lot quicker than what was anticipated.
Yeah.
But I mean, every time you look up in that box and you see Jones and see Briere and they're smiling and they know something's happening.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just going to be a matter of like, can you lock it in and keep this train a rolling? Please.
I think what Keith Jones is trying to do is I want this Flyers to be like what they were in the late 90s, the 90s and the 2000s. Yeah. They're in the playoffs every year.
That's it. And that's what you have to do. You have to be competitive. You have to show up in the playoffs each year. And then you run into one of those teams where you get a hot goaltender, you get on a streak.
Yep.
You go 2-3 rounds deep. And then at that point, anything can happen. But the consistency of being in the playoffs, being competitive, like that has to be there first.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
That has to be there first.
One of those consistency who's always been great on the show, by the way.
Who's that now?
Our favorite Canadian, by the way. Joe Manuele, our favorite Montreal Canadiens fan. Welcome to the show, by the way. We get an ole, by the way, since you guys upset the Tampa Bay Lightning, by the way.
Shut down the Bell Center. Get everybody
ole, Let's go.
Nice.
Shut down the St. Pete Times for the Ice Palace. The Montreal Canadiens are in the second round of the playoffs as we are recording this game 1 of the Adams Division Final. I will call this Duncan
Adams
Dad.
Division Final. That
the
is
Adams
so good.
Division Final between the Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens. I will say this, Duncan Dad and Joe.
It's like time warp.
we are in a time warp. We have markets that care in the playoffs.
Mhm.
We have logos that are back that people know about, and the TV ratings are going up. And I will say this: Montreal and Buffalo to start out on a Wednesday night of a doubleheader. I think it's a beautiful thing. Am I right, Joe Manuel?
Absolutely. You know what? I am so happy that I saw this really cool stat yesterday. This is the first year since 2019 that we won't have a team from Florida in the Stanley Cup final. And I'm good with that.
I'm good with that too. We're good with that, honestly.
You know, we'll take it. Yeah. So excited. Game day today, first game. I got a lot of friends in Buffalo. It's funny. Normally we're like giving each other shit because I'm a big Miami Dolphins fan, right?
Yep.
For those of you who know me. And of course, I got the Bills in our division, and we've had that to worry about. You know, Josh Allen, Miami's completely imploding, but the Bills fans are also so excited about hockey, and I'm happy for that community. Like the Sabres fans are legit. You know,
Yes.
they're legit hockey people and hockey fans and long suffering. It's been a while since they've had a good young team, and you know, it's really nice to see these markets like Montreal, Philadelphia, Buffalo getting a resurgence. And the thing about these two teams is they're going to be good for years to come.
Yes.
Like this core, same with Philly, by the way. Like, I love this Martone kid, but like the core group is so solid, and there's like a shift happening. You could say the same about the Mammoth, which was my prediction of my big upset. I really think that double overtime shorty that they gave up was the backbreaker there.
That was a fun game, though.
Yeah.
I think I was watching that, and I was wanting to talk Dex Duncan down. I don't think he was up for it or not.
Oh, dude, that was so rough. But they played great, and experience won out in that one. And then how fun are the Ducks, right?
Yeah.
Like the Anaheim Ducks.
So Duncan Dad's been on the trend all year, by the way. He's been predicted the Ducks will be good this year, by the way. So shout out to the Duncan Dad.
Shout out to you, Duncan. I'll tell you when I got on the bandwagon, I started paying attention. We had Joel Kenville on No Filter with Jeremy Roenick and Tim Peel on Snipes and Stripes. And Joel Kenville, this was like middle of the season. Here's like an all-time great legend, I think future Hall of Famer, great.
Oh, he's
coach,
already Hall of Fame coach in my book already.
Great hockey people. Goes to Anaheim and he's like, watch what we're building out there, man. Like, I'm excited about this team. And they're big, they're fast, and they're playing really great hockey. They got completely robbed in game one, by the way, but that's a whole different. The icing call that wasn't called. Right?
That's right. Yep.
But I started paying attention, and then I talked to JR about that. He goes, yeah, man, you keep an eye on these guys. Like, they can make some waves. So, it's great to see them succeed, and it's just great to see that type of hockey, reemerge. There's like the hockey's changed, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, the last couple of years, and it's really fun to see. And we talked about this, Trevor, before the series started. Like, how many of these good, young, fast teams are going to succeed in the playoffs? So we got quite a few, right? You got Philly, Habs, Sabres, Anaheim, right? And then you got, of course, Carolina and Colorado, who are, I think
heads and toes about everybody,
right?
Yeah, they're like tier one. Exactly. Everyone else is catching there.
Exactly. But it's fun. It's fun to see them succeed if they win one or two rounds, and you kind of see what the future is bright in the NHL right now.
The future's so bright, it needs sunglasses and stuff. Not just any sunglasses. You need those nice cop aviators and stuff. Anyways, because it's so cool to be an NHL guy, especially the fan base growing all because of the USA Olympic gold medal game. It's like, so I'll say that. All right, before we dive into the playoffs, you are our Montreal Canadian fan. We got to talk about this conspiracy theory or the porking that was done on the NHL draft lottery. The Toronto Maple Leafs have the first overall pick after having a gong show of all gong show press conferences on Monday, by the way.
That was so good.
I said to Duncan Dad, I was like, dude, this is a gong show right now.
Like, this is horrible.
That was so good. That was like, you have to understand, in Canada, there's two classes of people, right? There's people from Toronto, and then everyone in the rest of Canada who fucking hates Toronto. And so they're the most obnoxious fans in hockey, right? Like, and they're the first ones to stomp on your throat when your team is doing bad, and then take zero accountability when their team sucks, right? And look, the window for the Maple Leafs shut, 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
They had a good core.
Mhm.
When Marner left and went to Vegas, like
the sign-in trade of all sign-in trades of all the
basically, right? Like, and it's great to see Marner do well in Vegas, right?
with John Tortorella as the head coach. Well, that's even the better part too, anyways.
Yeah, I was talking to a good friend of mine who's a big Leafs fan, and he was like, maybe we needed to hire Torts, right? And it's like, I don't know, like,
oh no.
Yeah, they go win the number. Like, this is actually okay. There's two stories, right, with the draft. Like,
yes.
One is obviously the Leafs getting the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go McKenna. You think they have to, right? So what do? Like, do you trade Matthews and you build around McKenna and you suck it up and you realize, okay, we missed our window, and you can get a lot for Matthews, and I could see Matthews in Chicago, right?
I think there's a one team that could use him anyways.
And the Blackhawks have the salary cap space. And it's a big market, right? Like, if Matthews moving from Toronto, I don't like. People are saying San Jose's been mentioned. I don't see him coming to San Jose.
No,
he unless he wants to play in an irrelevant market. He go to the Mammoth or something. Like, if he doesn't like the spotlight, but he's a big market guy. So I can see him going to Chicago with Bedard.
Would you be surprised if Philly calls them? Because they have Toronto's first round pick for next year, by the way. That's unprotected.
Yeah.
Would you make a package for that, or would you keep the first round pick?
Philly's not crazy. It's not a crazy market. It's kind of like the reverse Eric Lindros trade, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of jerseys is a star, anyways. You have a center. The center problem's gone.
I think if you're Philly, the concussion issues with Lindros probably haunt you, and Matthews is banged up, man. Like, guy scored 27 goals last year. Like,
which was not great.
And he tore his ACL at the end of the season. So, is that what you want to give up?
No.
Your number 1 pick. Are you going to go give away the farm? I don't see Philly for that reason alone, right? Just because of the Lindros thing, which worked out at first, but and then he got
long
hurt,
term.
so.
It didn't. No. Then they brought it.
And then the question is, are you a year or two away from winning the cup? All right. If you're Philly, I don't think you're a year or two away.
I think you're 4 years, but if you see a build, you're just.
Or are you like one player away, right? Like, they're not one big player away.
I think they're like 2 players away, 2 to 3 when you look at it, because they need a 1C. They need another 1D. That can shoot the puck anyways. It has a heavy shot.
So then you look at the draft, right? And you've got, if you're going to build around Matthews, if the Leafs keep Matthews, maybe you don't go McKenna. Maybe you draft one of these 3 stud top pair defensemen in this draft, right? Like, that's what's deep here. There's no real centermen that are top 5. Like, your top 5 are going to be 2 wingers and 3D, right?
Yeah.
But can we talk a little bit about the San Jose Sharks?
That's fine. You are literally reading off my notes right now. The San Jose Sharks have jumped to the 2nd overall pick a 2nd year in a row, by the way.
They had the number 1 pick 2 years ago with Celebrini, and then they had the number 2 overall pick. They picked up Misa, who's going to be really good next year, by the way. And then they have Will Smith that they picked up as well. And then now they got the number 2 overall pick. And so what do you do? Like, if you're the Sharks, I mean, you can – so many options. It's so fun.
You can either shop it, or you can take the pick, use the pick, because there's so much. The Sharks have so much asset. They have great assets right now available for them. They can do anything they want just to make anything happen right now.
And they have cap space, right? Like, can you see a package where they trade the number 2 overall pick to Toronto for Matthews with a Will Smith or a Misa, right? And for Matthews and wow, I mean, then if you're Toronto, you have 1 and 2. You can go get McKenna and you can get your top D, right?
Your top D, yeah. Who is?
I don't know if that's ever happened before, but
Vancouver did it with the Sedin twins in ¡99. Almost.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Sharks stay the path and they use the pick and they.
Yeah.
The real question is, do you go with what's the Swedish kid's name? I had it up here.
I'm looking at it right now. Is it right here? There's Chase Reed, Soho Greyhounds, Caleb Malholtras. Yep.
Is a two defenseman, yeah. And then there's this Keaton Vierhoff kid. He's like 6'3", right-handed shot, and he could skate, right? Like a two-way defenseman. Like to me, like that's
like Jeff Bookaboom.
He plays in Jeff Bookaboom, right? Plays out of North Dakota. No, the Swedish guy's name is Ivar Stenberg.
Ooh. I was trying to figure out who would you go there anyways. Because right now I'm already looking at mock drafts already. That's what the San Jose Sharks are going off of in daily faceoff. Ivar Stenberg to the San Jose Sharks, by the way.
Stenberg is like a two-way. He reminds me a little bit of like a Nick Suzuki type guy, a 200-foot guy, can play both ways. What they say about Stenberg is that he's ready to play now. And
which is huge.
He's more ready than, like McKenna is like 170 pounds.
McKenna needs another year of college. I've came to terms.
Yeah, he needs a little pasta loading. He's
got to eat something.
Yeah, his nutritionist.
You need the nutritionist to workout plan and go for another year of college, even though you hate the classes. Go play another year, build some size, and when you're done, when you get eliminated from the Frozen Four, join the team anyway.
Yeah, but his ceiling is much higher, right?
Yeah,
and so he's a one-way offensive guy, and Stenberg is a two-way guy. And if you're the Sharks, you're like, yeah, I could use a guy who can play both sides of the ice. And Celebrini, like when he didn't score, the Leafs, like I think that the Sharks won one game, right? If he didn't get a point, they need depth, right? So you're going to give yourself some depth on the offensive side, but it's pretty hard. It's really hard for us to look at the Sharks and not say, why wouldn't you go D here, right? You got three really big, solid D guys, and you have Misa, you got Celebrini, you got Will Smith, and
you got a goalie.
Desharnais is pretty good, big guy, freaking tree trunk, but get an offensive defenseman that all these teams have, by the way, right? Like look at the success. Look at Dale McCarr, kind of like the Avalanche kind of set that tone, right?
Yeah.
Montreal has Lane Hudson. The Mammoth with Sergachev, right? Like it's like you almost need this offensive defenseman in your lineup now if you're going to succeed in the NHL. So we don't really have that anymore, right? Like I say we, like we, San Jose.
So,
I don't know, man. It's amazing. Like I for the fan base here, and it's really, really exciting. Like my daughter and I were like talking about this last night. She's like, Dad, we got to get season tickets again.
Nice.
There we go. Anyways, I think it's really fun now with the draft, especially that watching the lottery go down. I was watching. People were thinking like, what do you think Florida's do? Like, I played the tankathon a few times. I got like Florida up to the third pick at least. Like maybe we'll see what we could. I'm not joking. I got Florida up to the third pick, anyways.
No,
I love the tankathon. That's so good.
Yeah, tankathon was my friend, and
that was so
fun. They got the 9th pick. I was like, well, at least to keep their first round pick, anyway. So that's why. So fun. What? All right, we had to do predictions because we didn't get to. We did it.
Sure.
All right, so Carolina Phillies are up. Carolina's up 2-0. I'm still saying this is Philly in 7. They're going to find a way to make this go 7 games, anyways. But I think it could go either way, anyways.
So, look, dude, if they won that game too, and they should have won that game.
They should have won that game.
They should have won that game.
But would you say that's goalie interference at the end or no?
Good teams, yeah, but you can't rely on that. You had a 1-goal lead going into the third, deep into the third, and you got to close the score. You got to close the score, like, and you didn't. So don't blame the refs, man. Like it's like
I'm not blaming the refs, but they missed a few calls anyways. The
it's gonna happen though. Like it's close. You can't.
It's playoff hockey.
It's playoff hockey. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So and the reffing's been inconsistent. So I have to say that. So my feeling on I'll tell you what I hate as a Habs fan. Right, I want Philly to go 6 at least. Right, like what's really scary to me is that the Carolina Hurricane and the Avalanche are both 6-0.
Yeah. Yep. Well rested.
Right? They're well rested. And like if you're Philly, you had one mission. You got to win one game in the first 2.
Yep.
And then it's a 3 or 5 and you got home ice, right? So
that's it.
Now it's going to be rough. So I'm going to go Canes in 6. I'm going to say that Philly's good enough to win 2, but yeah, you can't get out of that hole. Carolina's too deep. You're not going to beat Carolina 4 out of the next 5 games.
And that could happen. I've seen this happen before. It could anything happen. Go back to 2010, anyways. I'm still.
I know.
Yeah, buddy.
That's why.
I would love that, by the way, Trevor. I would love it to go 7. I would love it to go 7. Nothing would be more exciting for me than seeing Philly move on.
Here's the thing: the TV ratings are going up. The Flyers are back in the playoffs, and people have told me to shut the fuck up. It's like, hey, the playoffs are good anyway. So
I get it. I get it.
All right, Montreal, Buffalo. I want this to go 7 at least. That's what I'm going to say.
So okay, I'll give you my take on this.
Duncan, I need your prediction first.
Okay, go ahead.
Carolina. Oh, I think Carolina's going to win in 5. I don't.
All right.
I think it's like Joe said. That's a lot to come back.
You're a disgrace, Duncan Dad. Anyway. All right. Montreal, Buffalo. Duncan Dad. Joe, I'm gonna say if I had to choose, I think give me Buffalo in 7. Am I crazy to say that? Does he get home ice?
Not crazy to say that. No, you're not crazy to say that. But I want to know why you think Buffalo's going to win in 7.
Home ice advantage. I like Alex Line, who's been standing on his head. I like their D, anyways, and I think Tage Thompson's going to rip through somebody, anyways. That's why.
Love Tage Thompson. Like, he's so fucking legit. He's so good. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I like the Habs in 6.
Oh,
and
okay.
I think I mean, obviously I'm a homer, but Montreal's deeper. So you go beyond Tage, go beyond that first line, right? This is how Montreal beat Tampa. We shut down Kucherov.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. And there's a depth to this team. Number 2, Montreal faceoffs. Philip Dano. What a freaking below the radar acquisition that was.
You just had him twice. Yeah,
he's
twice. He's his second tenure.
Big advantage on faceoffs, Montreal versus Buffalo. Big advantage, right? And number 3, that number 1 line for the Habs was completely dormant, right? Buffalo is not going to be is not going to be able to shut down Caulfield, Suzuki, Slav like Tampa did. They won't, right? So if that line gets going, special teams, and then the home ice advantage, Montreal had the 3rd best road record we won 3 of 4 games in Tampa. So I'm not worried about that. The home ice thing means nothing. I actually love that.
People forget I picked Montreal in 7 over Tampa. People forget that, by the way. I got criticized.
I know. The Sabres fans are saying, don't sell your tickets to the Montreal fans. They're just paranoid there's going to be so many Habs fans in Buffalo, which is not going to happen to Montreal, by the way. So yeah, I like Habs in 6. I think it's going to be it could go 7. It could be Sabres in 6. Like it can go either way.
I just want 7 games. I want this Adams division to at least go 7 anyways, and we have stuff to watch every night. That's the thing, anyways.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fast. It's going to be higher scoring than the Tampa. And this is going to be completely
more high scoring than Minnesota Colorado game on Sunday, which was 9-6 anyways. Holy shit.
My favorite stat was that, Montreal got 9 shots and the Avs got 9 goals.
9 goals, yeah. Still won.
Duncan, who you got in this Montreal Buffalo series?
Not to be an echo, but I take the Canadians just because of what Joe said. Like, their first line was almost invisible versus Tampa. And Tampa's playoff quality is light years beyond where Buffalo's at. Just on maturity, just on experience, just on the caliber of player who's been in those moments before. The Canadians took it to them. Obviously, so you get a great series. I'm a little hesitant to say Canadians in 6, only if boat raced in game 1. Like, if Buffalo comes out and they just light them up and it turns into like a 4-1 game, and it just looks like all cylinders are going, I'm like, maybe we go to 7. But I see Canadians being really, really consistent, really competitive in this series. I think Buffalo's a great story. It's a good run. But I think 6 games, Montreal takes care of business. They're not afraid to play on the road. They're not going to get the moment's not too big for them. They have a quality core. They're a much better, more complete hockey team through all the lines. And in the playoffs, that stuff matters because you get the guys on your 3rd, 4th line, contributing, and that's where you win games.
Definitely, for sure. All right.
And can we, one more comment, by the way. Dobson, our number 1 free agent signing in the offseason, highest paid defenseman on the team, played in game 7 against Tampa. So we went 6 with Tampa without our top D, right? Yeah. And he had some cobwebs, right? Like it's tough to jump in. But we have Dobson from the get-go. Both teams are healthy, right? Which is fun, which is what you want to see because everyone plays banged up and stuff in the playoffs, obviously. But don't forget, Montreal getting Dobson back is the X factor too.
That's true. All right, Colorado, Minnesota's Colorado's up 2-0. So Minnesota has put Colorado out of the playoffs a couple times whenever they've last played. They put Patrick Watt into retirement, and they put that fun run of the 13-14 Avs into overtime loss into Cancun anyways. Colorado's up 2-0. Do we see Colorado in 4? Am I crazy to say that? Or does this at least become a series at least?
You want me to go first? I mean,
Go first.
I'm hoping Minnesota wins one game. It's like maybe they'll win one at home. Avs in 5. Like this one is the only thing that gives me a little bit of trepidation is the Avalanche go off and they start off super strong. They go up 3-0. You allowed 6 goals, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a lot.
And they
right?
swapped the goalies too immediately after that game.
Yeah, this is in the Oilers with Gretzky and Curry and Messier and Grant Fuhr nets.
Grant Fuhr net, yeah.
You win 9-7 in the playoffs. It kind of felt a little bit like that, right? All out score you, right? So you can't, as you progress, you're going to want to play tighter than this.
Yeah.
But because of that, I'm going to say, like they changed their goalie, which they had to, and all that. So
both teams did, which is even funnier, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Minnesota should get one. Like, talk about a great fan base. Like, but they came off a really, really tough series against Dallas.
Yep.
And then this is, the Avs 1-4, and they were rested, and so. Again, their mission was to win 1 in Colorado, and they didn't even come close. So, I'll give them a little bit of momentum at home. They'll win game. If they win game 3, it's 2-1. It makes it fun, at least. But I'm going to say Avalanche in 5.
Give me Avs in 6, by the way. Duncan Dad.
Yeah, no, I'm with Joe. I think comparable to the Flyers, their series versus Pittsburgh, Minnesota had the same thing versus Dallas. It was a really amped up, really emotional series. They poured a lot into it. Colorado's rested. Carolina's rested. It'd be nice if Minnesota gets a game. If they do, man, I see them maybe winning game 4, being down 3-1, more than winning game 3. But I think they get 1 just for it's just so hard to sweep 2 series in a row.
True, very true. All right, Vegas is up 1-0 on Anaheim.
Come on, Ducks! Come on, Ducks!
VGK in 6. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways.
VGK in 6. They just got what's his face back, didn't they? What's his name?
Carter Hart was in net, by the way, so I got to trust Carter Hart. He's giving 4 goals, anyways. Jesus Christ, anyways. VGK in 6. I would like an Avs Vegas Western Conference Finals. I may try to find a way to fly out at least.
That'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
Joe Carlson came back.
Carlson, yeah.
Wild Bill's back. Wild Bill's back.
Wild Bill.
So this is where 2 things. Coaching matters, right?
Yes.
So Kenville versus Torts. Look, this is awesome, right? Like you can't.
What is this?
That is a matchup, right? I'm gonna go Ducks in 7. I think that they should have won game 1.
Yep.
And Kenville is gonna have them ready. There's a couple of guys. Eichel is playing great, and obviously Marner's doing well. But I mean, I watched that game. Like, I don't think Vegas can skate with the Ducks in a long series. In a protracted series. Now, game 2 is huge, right? It's massive. Yep. Like you can't go down 2-0. If the Ducks win at home or against Vegas, and they take this thing back home, I just think the longer the series goes, I just don't feel like they can skate with them. I just don't. Vegas's goalie's still on his head too. You mentioned Carter. He played great. He played really awesome. Like they hovered around the net. I thought they were going to tie it, and then that's whatever. Like it's just you look at the circumstances. I mean, you talk about blown calls. Like you should have called icing on that call. Didn't call icing. And
stop the crying about the refs, Joe. You told me.
No, but ultimately, then you say, okay, take that out of it. Anaheim outplayed them.
Yeah.
In their own building, and it wasn't close. And I'm like, whoa! In a longer series, as this series progresses, big advantage to Anaheim. So that's just me. I've been pretty bearish on the Knights. Maybe I'm a little bit too premature in that, but yeah, I'm gonna go Ducks in 7.
Duncan Dad, I'm gonna say Ducks in 6. I'm gonna say for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ducks in 6. And like Joe said, this game coming up is huge. I think they win 2, they might drop. They'll win 2, they'll win 3, they'll drop 4, they'll win 5, 6, and be done. I think the same way. The longer it goes, they look fresher, they look younger, they look more put together. Vegas is nice. Like they're a good team, a good rebound from missing everything completely the last couple of years. But the Ducks just look like they're on something. You can tell, right? Like there's a feel when you watch hockey teams, right?
Yeah.
Like you watch some of these teams, like you see the Flyers right now, you can tell they're gassed from that first series. You can tell they're gassed. They're not chasing, they're not coming through, they're not following, they're not eating up pucks.
That's only just one
awesome,
game.
man.
They look better anyway, so we get 2 home games. All right, I got a few things for you, Joe. Does Berube make it after this week, after his meeting with John Shaika? And if they do fire him, who do you think should take that Maple Leafs head coaching job?
I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what's happening in Toronto, bro.
Well,
I have no idea.
We are
I'm
going to
just
speculate here on the.
You know the meme
podcast
where the guy's just like watching TV, like eating the popcorn. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Yeah.
That's what we're all are, anyways.
I'm enjoying the show. Like they're. I think the Leafs are screwed. Like I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Like they made terrible trades. They don't have a first round pick next year, or the year after, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Matthews isn't happy. They don't really have trade capital, right?
No,
unless you get rid of Matthews. And if you get rid of Matthews,
who's flipping off the camera right now, anyways.
And Nylander, right? Like so if you, but Toronto's not a market where you can get away with a total rebuild. You know, so
correct.
So like you're screwed. You don't have the draft capital to add. You don't. You can't make trades. You don't have the cap space. And like who wants that job? So, I think what they need is I still don't know why Patrick Roy was fired from the Islanders, right? Like
I'm still living around. I can't find anything about it, anyways.
I know it was like
that was in New York. Was
right?
Diana Rossini? Did she come by or no?
Well, maybe.
Sorry, Di. Love you. Had to. Low hanging.
Maybe that was too easy there, right? Yeah,
that was too easy. Sorry.
So yeah, I think like a guy like Patrick Roy, right,
Mhm.
would be helpful. But why would he want to go there?
Yeah.
Right. Like why would
That's
you
like
want to go
sacrilegious as a Montreal
that shit
Canadian
show?
being a head coach for the Maple Leafs. That's like Bill Torty or the Rangers hired an Islanders legend to be the head coach almost. Wait, they did do that anyways. I forgot.
Yeah,
about that.
I mean, yeah, but there's that whole issue. Patrick is actually from Quebec City, by the way. He was a Nordique more than he was a Habs fan.
he played for the H and the C on this crest anyways. So
he did. Yeah, he won us their last ring too, right? And that famous JR, wink thing. Yeah, like I think in Toronto, like think back to the teams that rebuilt, right? Like I look back when Montreal hired Marty St. Louis. Marty had no coaching experience.
Zero.
Right? And they're like, bro, we're rebuilding. We got a bunch of kids. You played in the NHL. Show him the ropes. And he developed as a coach because there was zero expectation. We knew we were rebuilding, right? Toronto has, maybe they go higher. Like it's interesting. They got Matt Sundin in the front office. I think that was that logic, right?
That was a human shield. I called it during the presser. Anyway, like we have Matt Sundin.
100%, and he's super comfortable in front of the camera too, in front of that crowd. I don't know. Maybe you go get like what's Dougie Gilmore doing these days? Like I don't. I don't know. Like like it's.
Let's make it more of a joke for the Toronto Maple
Go
Leafs.
get like a Leaf legend or something. And
is Ty Domi available?
Ty Domi, yeah.
Or Darcy Tucker. I don't know if he's still dating anybody, but
Darcy.
I know he has some time anyways. So.
Yeah. So I mean, like I think it doesn't matter who's coaching. Like the biggest issue is what do they do with that first overall pick?
Yeah.
What do they do with Matthews? If you trade Matthews and you build up the cupboard and you say we're rebuilding, and you've got you're going to free up some cap space too. Cap is going over 100 million this year too, which is going to be interesting. So more teams will be able to afford Matthews and put a package together. You get a couple of good young kids and you get the draft like this year and next year's draft so that 3 years from now you start over. But I don't know that you could do that in Toronto. I don't know if you can hit that big reset button in the sky. I really
they tried that once with Brian Burke as the manager, and everyone got pissed at him when he traded for Phil Kessel anyways.
Yeah, shit.
But, by the way, that like what is it, Steve Summers or Steve Simmons, whoever answered that question? Bravo, by the way. Anyways, that Toronto reporter is going after
Legend,
John
man. He's
That
like,
dude's
I talked to 20 people and 19 of them said it was a terrible idea to hire you. It's like, oh, and his family and his wife and his kids are in the
Kids
front
are right
row.
and Megan's probably there too. It's like, eek.
Fuck me.
We love. I think I love Megan Chicken. I feel like I learned something new from her over analytics and stuff. So I feel bad for her to have to deal with that in front of that.
But like you can't write this up, right? And then the day
No.
after they get the number 1 pick, and it's like, holy shit! Like, and look, I think they made that decision thinking we're going to be bad, and we got a guy we can fire once we realize we're going to be bad.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Craig Ruby,
I
come
also
on back
don't
down
think
to
that
Philadelphia.
too many of the teams we've talked about. Look, if McDavid is available,
Yes.
sell the farm, right?
Oh yeah.
100%. Matthews is not McDavid.
No.
Sorry, he's like, he's hurt. He got injured. Like when that year he scored 70, he got injured after that, and he's never been the same.
Was that a
Never really disclosed what it was, and then the ACL thing, whatever. They can rebuild ACLs,
Yeah.
but.
He went to Germany to go get this thing looked at, anyways.
Yeah, but nobody really knows what it is, right?
Mhm,
And so, like McDavid and Draisaitl, those guys are still, hot and heavy. Like, yeah, I would give up my number 2 overall pick for McDavid and 3 players if I'm the Sharks, right? Like,
Would McDavid work better in an Eastern Conference market or a Western Conference market, you think?
I think he worked great in Montreal.
That's a good one.
Very
Anyways.
nice.
All right, Joe. One more other thing. We got to do one more other thing. Are you happy with your Miami Dolphins? We don't talk much NFL draft. Are you happy with the process, at least, of the draft this year?
Look, we talk about rebuilds, right?
That is a rebuild.
I like that they hired this pack, the Green Bay guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're being realistic about it, right?
Yeah.
Did you see Malik Willis throw the first pitch?
And you want to know what also came up? Patrick Mahomes' bad first pitching when he was with the Texas Rangers.
And he like freaking he's like 20 yards wide, right?
Yes.
That kind of summed up, the Dolphins offseason. Like, I thought they did well in the draft, and they're gonna I don't think they're gonna be as bad as people think they're gonna be, right? Malik Willis, Malik can run, and Achane is going to get signed. They're going to bring him in, and this is going to be like a college football, Army, Navy type offense, right? They're going to run the ball. What are we going to do? Malik is going to have the option.
That with the mustache, at least. Come on.
Does he hold the ball and run it himself, or does he toss it to Achane? Right? Yeah,
thank God I don't do Dolphins post game anymore after last season. Like, I've heard enough.
Yeah, so the O line is geared towards a running game and a ball possession game, and it's going to be rough for a couple of years. It is what it is.
True.
You look at the AFC East. Bills and the Patriots. Patriots got better. The whole Vrabel thing is a huge distraction, unfortunately, for Pats fans, right?
Bad 3 weeks in Boston, anyways, when you look at it, by the way. The Red Sox fired their manager. The Celtics lost to the Sixers in 7. They were up 3-1. The Bruins lose to the Sabres, and Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel going at it anyways. How about that, by the way?
And by the way, bro, you know that shit's got that shit goes on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Higher up the food chain you go, the more stuff happens. So all agree, disagree, consenting adults look the other way.
It's like the JP Morgan Chase situation. Anything can happen anyways.
Yeah. That's a weird one. Yeah. So look, I feel Vrabel, he's a pro. They'll take care of it, whatever. I think that the Pats, and talk about not taking care of your window. Like, the Bills are kind of like the Leafs to me. You got Josh Allen, you got a great guy. They never built support around him. Why'd you draft the freaking wide receiver? For Christ's sake.
Exactly. When the Sabres, when they didn't re-sign Chris Drury or Danny Briere, they didn't know what the fuck they're doing. It's very Sabre-ish almost.
Give the guy a freaking option. And if you look at, he distributes the ball. He's any given game, he's throwing the ball to 10 different guys, right? Give him the WR1. Give him a freaking WR1. Anyone, right? Ever since Stephon Diggs moved on, right?
Right.
Anyway, so And then I really, really like Vrabel, and I love Drake May, and
Yeah.
I, as much as it's been painful for me as a Dolphins fan, living through, the Tom Brady era where we keep getting our asses kicked.
Hey, at least you're not getting your ass kicked every week. How about, at least you're fighting in games, though. You're keeping the fight, as people would say.
They've been a 500 team, 9-8, whatever. They make the playoffs, lose in the first round.
Send it in.
Exactly.
It's hard, but yeah, I really like the Patriots once they get this Vrabel thing under control.
Definitely, for sure. Joe, it's always great talking with you. We kept you for way too long. I know you got business to take care of.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate jumping in, man. Let's see how we did.
We'll congregate again there for the conference finals. How about that?
I'm there, and let me leave you with one thought, boys.
Go
Habs, go!
There we go. Shout out to our favorite Montreal Canadian fan, Joe Manuele, by the way. Shout out to him, by the way. So he's back on the program. All right, Duncan. I know we went long, kind of ish with Joe, but it's always good to go long with Joe, anyways.
It's always good. Yeah, shout out to Joe and Eric and everybody over at nofilter.net. When I was first getting into the busyness, took advantage of the platform there. It's a great platform. Still have some show content over there, so we'll send out some tickets and do a little No Filter homage show coming up. But
does the Upper Bowl podcast do a special one-off on nofilter.com?
We could. Nofilter.net, Upper Bowl. Here we go.
There we go. All
episode 500.
Episode 500.
Episode 420. Let's go.
420. How about that? All right, like RVD, I spoke your ass anyway. All right, Cubs update. They did well. They were on a winning streak. They swept the Diamondbacks, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So on walk-off fashion, I don't care how they get their wins. At least they're entertaining. As I check the score box every morning. How about that? Because playoff hockey's on. The Cubs don't get much play till June. I'm going to say. Can I say that at least?
I mean, that's like, again, good quality NHL hockey markets, doing well, performing in the playoffs, showing up in the playoffs, being in the playoffs.
Yep,
drives that viewership. And the one thing that's great about baseball is, it is like the great what's his face? I can't.
Great Outdoors.
No. Like James Earl Jones in Field of Dreams. Now it's like that engine, that train that keeps on rolling. Right? Like it's there. Like baseball's going to be there.
Yeah,
you'll be 162 games. It's going to be there, babe. It's going to be there.
So I was supposed to go to Texas this weekend, but plans have changed. Anyways, I got to work.
Plans have changed.
So I'm not going to be in the DFW area to watch the Cubs and the Rangers, even though that would be fun to do. Flyers kind of taking the priority, so we got to figure out if I'm going to do something. By the way, so that's what's going on. So they have the Reds for 4. They won the first 2. They play tonight and tomorrow. Then they go to Texas for 3. Then they go to the ATL. Then we got our first Crosstown Cup, by the way, the week after, which we'll talk about that week. Are you guys doing the City Series again for the Phillies?
Yeah, City Series, right? We've got the Athletics and the Phillies, right? They're in town.
Is that what you guys call it, anyways?
I think that's what they call it now. They try to rekindle the old flame of Shibe Park down there, 22nd and Lehigh, I think it was, and
they should have rebuilt Shibe Park for a temporary game, anyways. That's what you guys should have done. Just knock down some housing and be good.
Yeah, go out to UPenn, retrofit the field a second. That'd be nice.
Do that.
Get over a 30th Street station, make everybody take the train. Walk them over on trolleys. That'd be nice. Just keep your head down around University City. That's all.
That's true. Anyways, we do have some breaking news, by the way. Wait, there we go. Joel Embiid's out for game 2 tonight. By the way, from Knicks and Sixers. By the way, before April update, Nick, Duncan Dad. I'm going to say this to you. I know some people have told me Sixers and 6. I had that text from Luigi and everybody else. Give me Knicks and 5, please.
The Knicks look like a machine right now.
Yes.
They look like a machine. And this was 36 points, 35 points. They beat the living tar out of the Sixers.
They also beat the living tar out of the Atlanta Hawks, by the way.
Yeah, that wasn't even competitive. But listen, New York Knicks fans outside the Garden, clean up your behavior. It's just, I mean, somebody said it. Like when you cross that line, you start to actually poking and pushing people, whatever. You get away from the fun, haha stuff. I get all the TikTok views. That's awesome. But, it's actually funnier if you don't, assault somebody.
Yeah.
That's actually probably something you should keep in mind. But
that Snarp kid almost got his ass kicked in Boston, by the way.
He did.
And I was like, yes. I don't ask for maybe people get their ass kicked, but that kid deserves to get his ass kicked.
It's not that. It's like sometimes you have to reset the scale in the universe. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
You got to get that clock clean for the first time in 20.
Just one time. That's all. Just a little bit. Just a little, wake up. Nothing big, nothing traumatic. Just like that little, that's all. But I don't see anything, nothing special. But this, they have a good young core. Edgecombe, Maxey, that's nice. Embiid, when he's fully healthy and he's ready to play. And that's always been his story. If and when he is, he's one of the most dominant players ever. Okay, but the best ability is availability. You got to show up and you have to be there. That's the only thing that matters, is if you are available and you are at as close to full health as you can possibly be to play.
Exactly right.
And he's had a career where he's tough. He comes back. He's injured. He's played with the orbital fractures. He's played with the nose fracture. He's played with the knee. But
like the shits ones.
We're exactly. We're not talking about what's his face. What is it?
Kobe Bryant. He would at least play with a broken pinky.
No, guy from the Knicks that came back in the middle of the second half, back in like the 70s.
Oh,
yes, I'm losing his name.
Oh God, this is bad.
NBA gods help us here.
The NBA gods do not like us anyways because it's
Frazier, Bill, Phil,
whatever
like that.
Someone important for the Knicks anyways.
Yeah, someone important for the Knicks. Go Knicks fans. You're probably busting me on the media right now. But it's just. I have said, and I'll go back to the conversation that you guys just had about the Toronto Maple Leafs. There was a point where you could have maximized your return in trading Joel Embiid and still be in this position where you're at today.
Yep.
They didn't do it. The ceiling got high.
It's like the Allen Iverson deal anyways.
Correct. Same thing with Toronto. Like right now, this is the most important offseason that Toronto's had in a long time. Do you just go ahead and draft a young kid, pair him with Matthews, and be like the dynamic little duo and just run it out until it crashes and burns, but you didn't get rid of like your number one star? Or do you say, all right, I have a pretty good asset. I can probably get not tier 1, but maybe tier 2-ish return for this guy. I'm going to, sell my farm, blah, 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 do what I need to do.
I'm going to do the...
Yes, do the deal!
Do the deal. Yes. Anyway, it's the position you're going to put yourself into, right? And then you get this little false sense of hope when you get this early playoff round success, and you're like, oh, but then you're at this level now. It's like, oh, we've got to now beat these guys.
Yeah.
But I don't have the assets to beat these guys or the experience to beat these guys. I just, the Sixers, when he's good, it's really good, man. But like this, they go down 1-0 to the Knicks. Now you get a game 2 at the Garden. Oh, by the way, your best quote unquote player isn't playing.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Give me your Phillies update. They took 3 out of 4 in Miami, by the way.
3 or 4 in Miami.
You guys need to get 1 hit on Saturday, by the way, by Max Meyer.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
Yes. A lot of Philly fans at the game, by the way, I've been told, by the way. Shout out to friend of the program, Luigi Curto. He was at the game, by the way. Shout out to him. He's gave him a little sniff something, by the way.
Nice.
Little deal.
Very nice. Very nice. Good deal. Short-term spark after getting rid of Rob Thompson. Guy fell on the sword. He took one for the team. Everybody was sort of
bummed.
I guess they were bummed. They were in his corner. He was definitely a player's manager. But
they let the
for
guy,
whatever
they
reason,
let him down. They
did let him down because he put his neck out for a lot of those players, especially when some of them weren't doing so well in the lineup. Long story short, you always have the new manager comes in. It was a favorable schedule that they walked into as well. They've been playing really well.
The Gigantes.
The Gigantes, the Athletics, had a little left over with the Marlins. So, it's good, but pump the brakes. Let's see how this plays out in 2 weeks. See where you're at. Shout out to Christopher Sanchez, goes 8 innings last night, 10 strikeouts. Didn't get the shutout, though, so can't win them all. Can't win them all.
So they got this is your favorable schedule, by the way.
You
get the Athletics of either Sacramento or Las Vegas. Got them for 3. Then you play the Colorado Rockies, by the way, they got snowed out yesterday, by the
way. And tomorrow it'll be 80 in Denver.
Yeah, they're gonna do a doubleheader, by the way. So you're gonna
shout out to the doubleheader. The MLB, they haven't been shying away from it. They're back, baby. Doubleheaders are back. We had a rain out doubleheader versus Atlanta. Rockies got a doubleheader. This is
Phillies had a doubleheader yesterday on last week on a Thursday. I will say I enjoyed.
You need a BPS, man. BPS doubleheader. go.
It's also a good time to skip work. It's like, hey, I know it's
That's
getaway day, but we can go to a game to get away from
getaway
people
day, business person special impromptu. Go to your local ballpark.
Go to your local ballpark. So they got the Athletics for 3. Then they got Colorado for 3 at home.
Yep.
Then the Red Sox for 3, who do not look good, by the way, with Alex Cora being fired.
No, you talk about a team that is going to be, man. Talk about ripe for the picking come the trade deadline. Maybe by some act of God, the Phillies can hang around and go grab a Ranger back or get the Ram back or swipe somebody. My goodness gracious.
Jesus Christ. They're gonna be like it's they got
sell,
a lot
sell,
of
sell.
Red Sox will be merchandising everything 50% off, by the way.
50%.
75% off. John Henry doesn't want to make sure you pay him anyways. He'll take the contract, make sure you don't have to pay it anyways. So it's like the Jets almost. But one thing,
I want winners.
The Red Sox don't want winners, so that'll be fun anyways next week. Then you got the Pirates, by the way, who are streaking anyways, but they're in last place anyways. So
we love it.
I know. I got a question for you since we're in baseball talk right now. Since we might as well get moving. We're not gonna. I will do this when we get done with everything else. We're gonna do our power rankings of baseball teams. We're kind of bored, so we can get ready for power rankings for football teams. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
As we workshop this is our practice. We're gonna power rank the baseball teams, anyways. What we think from one through 8, whatever things our best teams are, anyways.
I like this, and I have a request for the program.
Go.
First sound. I need a Philadelphia fan, native to Winmore, PA, Jim Cramer, sell, drop.
I think I got this one, by the way.
We need mad money.
This is a disgrace. Well, most of it.
Have that.
Oh my gosh!
I thank God to that. I don't know who that lady is, but we'll take you anyway. So I know. Sorry, babe. So
went from selling ice cream and Coca-Cola at Veterans Stadium before you got big. Kramer's Mad Money rolled out there.
Sell. I will look for that on my day.
Maybe we should just reach out to Kramer. Let's just send Kramer a message.
Shoot him a text.
He's
give his number.
Good time. Yeah, it's a good time for Philly. He's probably not doing anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's up to.
All right, Cubs are in first place in the Central right now. Do you want who's 2.5 games back? By the way,
who's 2.5?
St. Louis
back?
Fucking Cardinals. By the way,
where did we come from?
I know. By the way, do you see what the new Cardinal way is?
No.
Fighting in the stands. By the way, those Cardinal fans are
on, no.
Especially outside the ballpark. Someone got killed. By the way, so that's the new Cardinal.
Someone got.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Who were they playing?
I don't know. I think it was probably post Dodger series at least.
I was gonna say somewhere the Dodgers got to be in the picture.
Wait.
Somewhere.
So the Cardinals. Oh, Brewers, actually. The Brewers, anyway. So that happened Monday, by the way. So.
Oh, my gosh. The 27-year-old man was fatally stabbed earlier Monday during a dispute between two third-party cleaning contractors.
The Cardinal way, baby.
Bush said the incident occurred around 2:45 a.m. near the 7th Street loading dock. No charges were filed, with reports indicating a claim of self-defense. What? Okay. All right. Hey, God rest their soul.
God rest. R.I.P. man. R.I.P. We don't have root for death, but that's the new Cardinal way. Anyways, we're fighting with the stands. Anyways, St. Louis is 21-14. Reds are 20-16. The Brewers are 18-16, and the Pirates are 19-17. The NL Central is not a comedy central this year. I'll say that for sure.
No, it is not.
Braves are up 26-11. Philly, they're 9.5 games back. They're in second place right now. Miami is 16-20. 13-22 is your Mets. They are not going to be firing Jess Mendoza, by the way.
They're not. They're going to retain his services.
He still have a job currently. I'll say that for sure. Willie Randolph will not be making his return. Neither is Terry Collins, at least, or Jerry Manuel, or Buck Showalter, at least.
Yeah, or Bobby Valentine.
I know Bobby Valentine is on doing Angels TV these days. I know.
Shout out to Bobby V.
Shout out to Bobby V. Shout out to Bobby V's in Stanford, by the way. Good place to go watch a game. Anyways, they have a sports book down there. Anyways, NOS, Dodgers, Padres, D-backs, Gigantes, Rockies. Who cares? Anyways, AL East, Yankees are 25-11. Are they the best team in baseball? Maybe. I'm not totally sure.
Can they close? Can the Yankees close? That's the problem.
Close.
Yeah.
Could
Can
you
they
use that in a
close?
sentence for the Yankees and close, please?
Um,
The Yankees haven't had a closer since Mariano Rivera.
okay. Yeah. That's. hmm
That's true.
They
Tampa Bay-
remind me. Yeah. Like a lot of. Go on, because I'm trying to be nice.
I'm not being. I'm never nice to
Mhm.
Yankee fan. Anyways, Tampa Bay's 23-12, 16-20 is your Toronto Blue Jays, 16-20 as well as your Baltimore Orioles. They won last night in Miami. Boston Red Sox 15-21. Chad Tracy, do you remember Chad Tracy at all?
I remember Chad Tracy.
He's
I
the
do.
manager for your new Boston Red Sox, by the way, right now.
He
And
came
everyone
up
hates
from what's his face, Paul Tuckett, right?
Yes,
Came up from the farm system. Yeah.
came
Yeah.
from the far side, so they need help. They need help, and no one wants to play there anyways. I can't blame him, and I'm hoping for the clown shirt, Goodell clown shirts that the Patriot fans wore.
Yes.
That teal shirt. I think I may have it still.
They need to go find themselves a vintage John McNamara guy. The Red Sox throw it back to the 80s.
Oh,
Like
I
that
do
guy.
have it. So they
Uh-oh.
have this shirt of
Oh,
Goodell.
nice.
They
Uh-huh.
did that on Patriot opening night, and when they won the Super Bowl after Atlanta.
All
They
right.
they're making one of John Henry now. Barstool is, by the way. You don't ever want to be the clown shirt now. Anyway,
All right. Let's at the behest of the people in the room here in the studio, and our love and affection as Philadelphia sports fans for the city of Boston. The Patriots have their thing going, right?
yes.
Everything else, though, Celtics kind of on the downswing. Bruins kind of on the downside. Red Sox
coming up slowly.
total crap show in Boston baseball team right now. Have we gotten back to that part of the cycle where the Boston teams just, you guys can turn it down a little bit, turn your volume down,
I think we're at that area.
I think we're getting there.
And the Philly teams are making their way back up a little bit.
I think some of the Philly teams are. I think
The Flyers.
Flyers, again, sustainability has to come back next year. The Sixers, this is a great little run, but Phillies. I don't.
Dave Dombrowski era is coming hard, anyways. So.
Yeah, that needs to end. It really needs to end.
So, do you want something funny?
Mhm.
I went to school out in Ohio. I have friends who are Tiger fans who went through the Dave Dombrowski era.
I got some dirt about that whole Tigers era with Dave Dombrowski.
I'm going to continue this. I have a brother and my father, both Red Sox fans, rooted for the Red Sox when they had Dave Dombrowski as well. And now I've hit the three-peat now.
Uh-huh.
You and my other buddy, both Philly fans, now have Dave Dombrowski now. And also, I've hit 4 in a row. The people I worked down here in Miami, all Marlins, they had Dave Dombrowski.
Yeah.
I've kind of I've been Teflon Don of Dave Dombrowski, rooting for against a Dave Dombrowski team almost. But what do you have on the dirt on Dave Dombrowski, by the way, for his Detroit Tigers era?
His Detroit Tigers.
Nolan did not blow up like Annabelle Sanchez on Monday night. We could say that for sure.
I am trying. Oh, what the frick is this? Sorry, going back. I'm gonna abstain. Let me see. I'm trying to get his name correct because I don't want to.
Alavila, Brad Ausmus.
No. It wasn't Alvila, and it wasn't. But it involved Ausmus, right? Because he's the coach now, right?
Yes, he was the manager of the Tigers, post Leland, anyways, at 15 season.
So, on really, 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 really good authority, the former bench coach for the Tigers had been in the organization for like 40 some years. He was like the opposite team, like dugout coach, bench coach, whatever the heck it was. There were talks that he was going to move up.
Oh, Gene Lamont?
I don't know if it's Gene Lamont. No. I think it was Lolich or something. I think Lolich or whatever.
Because he was the bench coach in 15. He served his role as manager, Brad Ausmus, 2013 to 17, by the way.
There was, I have to go back and look at my notes. I'm working with another network at the time, and we were doing spring training, and we actually were out at dinner before this game, and overheard these guys having a conversation, and then kind of just went over, talked blah blah, and actually spoke with the gentleman's wife, and she kind of just like laid everything out. She was like, man, this organization, DeBrusque came in, blah, 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 blah. Here's all the changes. You know, we were promised this. There's so much time, been loyal. And I guess they did a full internal get out for people who'd been hanging on. And then when they put our favorite Detroit manager in position, it was looked at as like one of the biggest slaps in the faces to everyone who had been there. But all this came at the same time with Double D. And we see more and more these places that he's going, you know, you get a little success and then down. So I just, you know, just pay attention. But I think it does, man. It's like it runs a course, you know, and people will look back over the last 3 years specifically with the Phillies after the 22 run. And you're like, what did you do? Yeah, you got Yohan Duran. Awesome. That's fantastic. Right. But like you spent 300 some million on Trey Turner. You gave Castellanos 125 and then let him walk. You know, you re-upped on Aaron Nola and you're getting like 60% of what you are wanting from him. Like there's no, it's not good. And then you have an opportunity again where, you know, let's look at it like this.
Spade a spade.
Yeah, he shows that spade is spade. In today's day and age, the sports world and the sports business, unless you have the opportunity to grow within your farm system and on the business side, right? Like a lot of these young teams we see in the NHL, a lot of these teams that we see maybe through the draft in the NFL, you can lock up this young talent contractually, so they can't go elsewhere.
Yep.
Then you might build this little nucleus and get some success. But aside from that, when you have a commodity that's hot, or at least can be moved, and you know you only need one or two guys, regardless of how it affects your bottom line. I mean, I'm not saying put yourself into debt, but you need to strike while the iron is hot. If not, you find yourself in a position like the Sixers. Great, we're in the second round of the playoffs. Great, they just beat the Celtics in 7. Great, they have all this young talent, but now this anchor that's really holding my team down, who I really need to be here when he's really good, that's great. But I could have moved on from him 2 years ago and got a whole cash worth of picks or a whole cash worth of player assets. Like you have to go into the, I don't know, I hate to say it because I know that's what a lot of the NBA teams do specifically. It's like they just need to get in order to win. Like get into the playoffs and we need to win. So who am I going to need in the playoffs to get through a series, right? And Major League Baseball the same way, right? You need a quality 1 and 2 starter. You need,
especially a 5-game series, you need at least 1 to 2, maybe a third one just in case.
Yeah, maybe a third one. You need somebody who can shut the door on the back end. Like if you've got 2 quality starters, somebody can shut the end, and you can get yourself 3 to 4 runs a game. Probably win the World Series, man.
Mazel tov. That's what it is.
Yeah, seriously, mazel tov, man.
Yes, definitely for sure. Oh yeah, big news. Skubal out for 2 to 3 months.
Skubal.
Yep. Elbow bodies, by the way.
Ooh, this thing flowing around in there.
Yeah, that's what they said. What type of bodies he found on that elbow? That's a better question.
I don't know. There's other news out of we're going to call it I guess you can call it pseudo breaking news.
Okay.
The not Mercedes sponsored stadium in Atlanta that Arthur Blank currently has a team playing in, that's going to be covered up on the outside by the FIFA sponsorship because they can only have their brand represented, no one else. Time that we're going to do Lincoln Financial Field. I guess they're going to put big banners and stuff over it, and it's going to be the Philadelphia Stadium, the Atlanta Stadium, the Atlanta.
So dumb, dumb. Anyway,
I know it's not. I mean, the broadcasting is going to have to. It's going to suck for that, right? The guys will be like, "We're here live, Philadelphia at Philadelphia Stadium, home of the football team."
FIFA just like, can we just have the right money? Like, sure.
Just play. Yeah, just pay it.
Don't you have enough money? Like, don't you have enough money? Like, can't you just keep more money?
I was talking the other night with this guy, and we were having actually it was last night. We did Cinco de Mayo. Shout out to the Pueblo Victory.
Oh yeah, Cinco de Mayo. It was yesterday. Sorry.
We'll all Taco Tuesday as well.
I know. The worst part was I was trying to go get my Mexican food, and I like to get Mexican on Tuesdays, and not because it's Taco Tuesday. It's Mexican food. Everything was packed. It's like F this
Everything was packed. Everything was packed. But no, like FIFA, I love them to death. Can't wait to cover all your events. But my goodness gracious, you want to
red tape?
Red tape? No, there's red tape, but my goodness,
is it like laser beams, like the Matrix almost? Is it like the Matrix? You have to go through lasers and try.
Yeah. I'm all on board with FIFA. I'm all on board. I want to be one of your henchmen. That's all I'm going to say. Then that's the scope you need to follow. But Arthur Blank,
That's a violation.
Arthur Blank is refusing to raise the concession prices for the FIFA games in the Atlanta stadium.
Wait,
Yes.
he's telling that FIFA to go fuck themselves?
Yeah. Because
Let's go.
the catch is that FIFA wants the teams or the stadiums, whomever, to provide all of their standard services, all of their catering, all of their security. Now, FIFA's going to have their own that comes along with it, but I think just for ease of operation and logistics, they want everything to be handled. So Blank was like, well, you're not jacking up my prices then. Like, I'm not letting you run extra money on my tab, and then you're going to take it from me. So guess what? My $6 hot dog combo,
Still
you
saying
got that too. You're not paying $35 for a beer in Atlanta. So get on a plane, get on a train, get on a bus.
My turn, asshole.
Shout out to Arthur Blank, by the way. So
I was really happy about that, man.
I did not
really
see that, but shout out to Arthur Blank. We do have some sad news today, by the way.
We do have sad news.
The man of television, by the way.
Mm.
Ted Turner passed away today.
Ted Turner. We were just talking about him 2 shows ago. Shout out
to Ted Turner. I'm not trying to be the Grim Reaper.
That's 2. Who else do we got, right? Yeah, John Sterling passed away, voice of the Yankees.
I know that was the other one too. We have some voices we have lost.
Some voices. Now Ted Turner. Is that breaking news? Ted Turner, right?
That is breaking news, anyways. But I was looking for it, by the way. That broke this morning, by the way. Anyways.
Broke this morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Ted Turner, 87, by the way.
Usually everything in threes, folks. Usually everything in threes. So pay attention. Sterling was in his 80s too. So we're either going to go opposite end of the spectrum here and split the difference and go down to like someone's, or we're going to concurrent here with the 8s.
So you think of Ted Turner, you think of 2 things. WCW, Atlanta Braves baseball, and him reinventing television. How about is that a good 3 threes? Would you say for him?
Absolutely.
Or missing another one?
No, man. I think everybody who was anybody, specifically in that mid-Atlantic South kind of market or whatever, you had TBS. Like TBS was like, you had it. And you're like, oh.
It's like WGN almost.
It's like WGN, right?
Some places you got 2 of them. And you got both anyways.
You did get both. Yeah, you did get both. Depending upon what side of the mountain you're on. But no, the whole idea and having the foresight to see this 24-hour news cycle and come up with the concept of like, listen, I'm going to set up shop. I'm going to keep it at home in my home state. And I'm going to build this empire. And look, love them, like them, hate them, say whatever you want politically and stuff like that about CNN. That vision, when it first hit, was mind-boggling to the regular Americans who were listening to Walter Cronkite, Peter Jennings, Tom Brokaw, Barbara Walters, Jim Gardner's. Like, we had our guys.
Yes.
And you had your local fix. And if you wanted something really crazy, here came Brokaw, here came Peter Jennings, and you picked ABC, CBS. Stuff really got crazy. Cronkite came on. But now this guy's like, hey, it's 2:15 in the morning and something's going on in Uzbekistan. I'm going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
And where we're at now, like everything's so instantaneous. And somebody had to plant those seeds in that media marketing news world. And this guy did it, man.
Ted Turner, he's a legend.
Shout out to Ted Turner, man.
Shout out to Ted Turner. Also shout out to him for showing us the Atlanta Braves of the 90s.
There you go.
Putting a chance of them. He also had the Atlanta Hawks, by the way, too, which I forgot he owned the Atlanta Hawks.
Yep.
He also owned the Atlanta Thrashers, by the way.
The defunct Atlanta Thrashers.
The Thrashers before they got sold around. When you look at Ted Turner, I think of I call him a maverick.
Sure, absolutely.
I call him a maverick because it's like he literally is like, I'm gonna make this cooler and better anyways. I'm gonna put the Braves on TBS and it's gonna be nationwide anyways, which is cool anyways. Because when you look at like stuff like you show people like there's more than just your local teams and you learn more stuff that's local nationally anyways. So Ted Turner is an icon. He also made a run for Vince McMahon's money anyways. So that's another thing we should be also thinking for him. He also helped out wrestlers' pay going up anyways. Instead of being stuck in the one spot. he did a lot of cool things. He did a lot of cool channels, anyways.
Mhm.
Cartoon Network, anyways. CNN, Turner Classic Movie, TNT.
Yeah, he saw those needs in like these little niche areas
Yeah.
that were on the come up, and he was the first guy to go ahead and do it. I mean, USA and Cartoon Network, if you're of a certain age,
Mhm.
man, they were that was the go-to cartoon. That was it's where you tune in for cartoons, man.
Or
Because it
USA
was
for wrestling too, also.
It was everything that was like kind of like edgy a little bit. And then you got Cartoon Network, and you're like, yeah, these are kind of like grown-up cartoons. It's kind of cool. I like this. Yeah, that was nice.
Shout out to Adult Swim, by the way, as well. They used
Shout
to
out to Adult Swim, baby.
shout out to Adult Swim, anyway.
Yeah.
So that happened. Shout out to
Brendan, come here, Brendan, come here. What do you need, Coach McGurk? I need you to go down to the store, Brendan. Take this $5. Get me a beer, Coach. See what? I just wrote you a note, Brendan. Just go. Just don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
What's his face? Aquatine Force Hunger, by the way. The Stone Cold Lead Pipe Blocks of the year, by the way.
Yep.
Did he steal it from Tony? Did he take it from Stony Bruno? Most likely, yes.
Most likely, yes. Yeah. That's where you first got your little taste of what's his face, King of the Hill, and a lot of Mike Judge.
Family Guy.
Too.
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Also.
Yeah.
When Family Guy got kicked off Fox, like, oh, we'll take it anyway. So that's why. All right. One more other thing. John Sterling, he passed away Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
I was shocked. It happened at 8 a.m, by the way, of all places.
Yeah. It's these guys. We are slowly starting to see the voices of your youth.
Now we got to protect Steve Coatsy at all times. Now I got to say that for sure.
All right.
Protect Steve Coates at all times now.
Sterling was 87. Turner was 87. So we got to look up 87-year-old celebrities. Let's see who fits our list.
Don't be the Grim Reaper already.
I'm going to be the Reaper. I'm going to be there. Oh, no, that would suck. That he just put out a memoir too. That would totally suck. Some other famous celebrities who are 87 years old and white males, because this seems to hold true here. John Voight, that would be Angelina Jolie's father. Also,
is that guy?
Come on, Deer Hunter, John Voight.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Elliot Gould. Don't take Elliot Gould, man. Elliot Gould's a funny guy. MASH, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 730, all that stuff. Elliot Gould's freaking hysterical.
Keep those guys.
Scared, Christopher Lloyd. Don't take Doc Brown.
Who the is that guy?
Do not take Doc Brown.
Do not.
Listen. But you know what it seems to be like, though? This is all media, though. Turner controlled media. All right, so yeah, maybe it is going to be an actor.
Who knows?
You got somebody calling out the stuff. You had somebody who produced everything and set it up. Now you need the player. Well,
someone's there.
I just jinxed somebody.
God damn it.
Who the is that guy?
I gotta put you.
Tommy
What's the
Chong.
problem now?
No, we don't want him gone. No, we don't want.
You know who else is 87?
Who's that?
You are not the father.
Maury Povich. No, we need
Povich,
protect Maury Povich at all times.
Protect Maury Povich. Connie can't deal with that loss.
We actually need Maury Povich back on television. That's my one thing we gotta say, anyways. So we could use him. Anyways. All right.
All right.
We went really long. Shout out to Joe Manuele coming on the show this week.
That was nice.
NBA playoffs. Are you watching? Because I can't figure out what channel's on anything these days.
All I know is what I gathered from my NBA trolling and scrolling on the internet. The league did the Lakers a favor by giving them like 2 extra days off before they started their series. And then the Philadelphia people, again, I like to call them up at the last minute, get them going. They had like a day and a half off between their game 7 and whatever the schedule is, what it is. They dragged this crap out way too long.
I know.
You got 2 days off, 3 days off between games. Stop.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Like back-to-back nights. Screw this. Let's go.
Hey, it's like
no days off.
How we had to deal with the Sixers game 7 from the Flyers runs. I like the Flyers on 97.5, which was all the good luck. Put them on MMR has been bad luck anyway, so get them back on the Fanatic anyways. So
yeah, this entire week if you're in Philadelphia, man, you're suited up. Every night you got a game.
Every night you got a game. You got action. You got action, as we say. Other than that, NBA playoffs are going. At least one. I know one thing I found out. I was looking at my research. By the way, I did some crack research before we started the show on today. At least the conference finals are on network television. At least ESPN and ABC for one, The West is on NBC at least, so at least I'm able to flick back and forth, and that goes through 5 different apps, anyways.
No, you won't need Peacock or Paramount or ESPN.
NBA wants to
Plus
bone you over like
Advanced.
it's like a porn star movie, anyways.
Yeah. B-rated. All right.
Take care. Be well. Episode 400 is next week. Get a